So today, in terms of cleaning a house, I want to talk about the concept of programmability with certain things that we use. So in this time of quarantine, we're in a house, and we could be in a house with other people. Maybe people we're very, very familiar with, or people that we're not quite as familiar with. And it's interesting that familiarity doesn't matter, because a lot of us have never been pushed into places like we're being pushed now. And we're learning a lot about the people that we're around, because of fear, because there's uncertainty. And, what can we do to maintain that harmony between each other? And as I keep saying, the home is a really important thing to really be mindful of. Even in a relationship, what I've really come to over the last 5 years with the heavy shamanic work, is to really see what maintains a relationship, is really understanding that between the two of you, there's thunder, must be important. Between the two of you, a lot of times when I can't see my partner, when I can't feel, it's a lot of times there's energy between us. And before I really had this understanding, I would just start to go and isolate and go on an island and keep my feelings to myself and not really share. And then you just grow further and further apart. And so instead of starting to go down that road, when I recognized that energy between, I said, hey, there's something in between here we need to clean. Maybe we need to clean the house. Maybe we need to clean each other, or take a salt bath or a flower bath, something like that. So today, I want to talk about a couple different things you can do to clean the house. Yesterday, I talked about the white fire limpieza, and if you're interested in that, you can go to my Facebook page or my Instagram, and it'll be on there. So today, I'm going to give you 3 different tools. Again, super simple. So the first one, incense. Oh yeah, okay, I know incense. I do incense all the time. But the thing with the incense is you can program it. So my favorite incense to use is sandalwood, because it gives off a green cleaning prana, green and orange. But any incense will do, it's fine. The key is to program it. So when I say programmability, it's like basically taking the energy of this incense, asking, so in this case it would be the plants, spirits, to come and to specifically clean the house, specifically clean my bedroom, specifically clean the energy between me and my partner, between me and my children, between me and my mother, whatever, So I would basically take it and then hold it in a prayer and ask the beings of these plants, say of the sandalwood being, thank you so much for your healing, thank you so much for your light. Please come to cleanse the energy between whatever you want to put. And then you light it and let it go. Second, eggs. It's interesting because the eggs have been really coming up for me, definitely in ceremony in the last year. They've been starting to really show themselves as a tool to absorb energy. So you could imagine the egg as like a psychic vacuum cleaner, if you will. So what I would do, let's use the example of someone having nightmares. Maybe your children are having nightmares, or you're having nightmares yourself. So what I would do is I would take this egg and I would do the same, program it. Everything's programmable, everything has a will. So I'm asking, please, to the spirits and to the energies within this egg. Again, it sounds really silly, but I keep seeing it in ceremony, and there's a lot of traditions in Latin America that use this particular way of healing. So it's not just, it's something that gets used quite often and for a reason. So I'd ask that all the energy that's disturbing me or disturbing my child in its sleep, I ask you to please absorb this energy. Keep absorbing until I tell you to stop. So I'm giving it a time frame. And then basically I'll place it beside the bed and let it absorb all the energy. It's probably doing that now. We'll say absorbing energy that's disturbing me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then I'll place it beside my bed. And then when you're finished, it's really important that you don't just throw this egg in the garbage. You want to return it to the earth. So you want to go outside. I know you can't go outside, but maybe you can sneak out just to pretend you're walking your dog. Or some of you have a backyard, you can go out and basically just dig a little hole and bury the egg. Yeah. So you can use that in your bedroom. You can use that in your house. Please help to absorb the energy of me and my partner arguing. Please help to absorb the stress that I'm feeling because I don't know where my next paycheck is going to come from. Whatever it is, be specific. Yeah. And then the last thing, to clean the whole space, what I use is playing mantra in the house. So you can go on Spotify, you can go on YouTube, and there's 3 that I basically use that, according to my teacher, are the most powerful in terms of cleaning negative energies from a space. The first mantra is just simply Om. So playing the Om mantra, ideally by a high-level spiritual teacher, because their energy is very powerful and has a very powerful cleaning effect. Like for me, I would use the one from my teacher. You can use the Dalai Lama, you can use whoever. Ideally, the purity of the person doing the chanting, the higher their level of awareness, the more the cleaning power is going to be, as it were. Second mantra is Om NAMAH SHIVAYA. And I'll put these 3 in the description on the YouTube and on the Instagram. Om Namah Shivaya. This is a Hindu mantra to Shiva. Also very, very good at dispelling and clearing heavy energies. I imagine it's like a Pac-Man that goes around and chomps away all the heavy energies in a space. The last one is a Tibetan mantra called Om Mani Padme Hum. I bow to the jewel in the lotus. This is also very, very, it's a very, very powerful cleaner. So again, I'll type those 3 there. And basically, like, as I said before, you can program. So what I would do is I'd put it on my speaker, and at the beginning of the mantra, I'd say, thank you so much for cleansing all the disturbing, heavy energies in the space, energies that are causing me anxiety, stress, discord, whatever you want to say into the prayer. Thank you for bringing light and love and protection, divine will into the space. Thank you, so be it. And then you play the mantra, and then starts to clean. Now, depending on the level of heaviness in the space, sometimes I'll let it play all day. Even if you have it on low, that energy is still coming into the space, still doing cleansing, still healing. And what I find after I leave it on for 3, 4, 5 hours, it's like the energy actually, the house starts to feel like an ashram. It's quite amazing, actually. And if you want to experiment, maybe just put it in one room for now in your bedroom in the morning, let it play all day, and then come back and see the difference, notice the difference. Yeah, usually when you do scanning, which some of you may be able to do, just sensing with your hands, you know, if you scan, just feeling is there any heavy energy in the space, you know, you can almost feel like it's just a clear field. So those are some amazing tools that I use, and hopefully they help you out in these times to keep everything uplifted and positive and clear, at least clear, you know. Lots of love.